And finally, I have the sections from Module 6 to talk about for Democracy in America. In these chapters, there's a lot of different ones, and Tocqueville discusses a lot of different things in them, including separation of religion and politics, different beliefs, aristocracies, art in a democracy, and one of the most important things that I think that he really talks about in these chapters is a discussion about the restless spirit of America. That's about in chapter 13. And so in these chapters, Tocqueville is just discussing how humans are never really settled and they just need to be like constantly moving, and this discussion of how America puts a big focus on productivity. And I think that this is very pertinent to today's life as well, because I think there is this stress on being productive and getting a lot of stuff done, and this kind of like lack of rest, like seeing rest as almost a bad thing instead of an important thing that we need for our bodies. And I think another thing that this kind of shows that we kind of see in modern day life is also short form media, and how that kind of puts a strain on our attention spans. As humans, we have a shorter attention span, and I think that we can kind of see a connection between these because of short form media. We do not have that time to sit down and relax and enjoy something that is longer. Like, you think about movie theaters, people don't go to the movies as often anymore. They don't have the time to sit down for 2.5 hours to watch a movie. It's seen as sluggish or lethargic, and it's kind of demonized in today's society. I think short form media, it's a give and take thing. It goes both ways. With a focus on short form media, we are shortening our attention spans, and it's also a result of our already shortened attention spans. It's just getting worse. Tocqueville also discusses this idea in chapters 18 and 19 when he talks about the necessity of work and how work is seen in a democracy, and it is seen as honorable and necessary, a part of life. He talks about how in America, wealth, even if it is passed down, it's seen as earned from somewhere, and that is because of work. So work is an important part of life in a democracy, and I think that again stresses how everyone should be working. And he also discusses how people in a democracy prefer quick productivity instead of like moving away from agriculture and moving towards industry, because as he said, that agriculture was almost a guaranteed profit, but it takes a lot of time and money to reap those benefits, and Americans weren't patient enough for that because they wanted to see those results quickly, because there was a focus on always moving, always working, getting results fast. And we see that in modern life. And so he says that people in a democracy tend to turn towards industry because that is a quicker thing. Even though that then, while that manufacturing makes products cheaper and more easily produced, it's not encouraging workers to use their brains, and they're instead focusing on monotonous tasks. And therefore, workers won't be able to advance in the class because they are simply not learning any critical thinking skills, and they're not learning how to advance in their roles because they're stuck in these monotonous chain of work. And I think we see that in today's life as well. Promotions are difficult to get, and you see people saying almost like, when you're in a workforce, do not use 100% of your effort, use only 80%. So then when you want a promotion, and you use 100% of your effort, and you'll be seen as doing better. And I think that promotions should be more readily offered for this, and you shouldn't have to directly lower your standing of work in order to seem more impressive later to possibly get a promotion. And I think Tocqueville in these chapters has a very critical discussion on labor and how it is seen in a democracy, and we can apply that even to our workforces today. Thank you for watching.